exciting episode of the Ragu show. Today, we're going to recap the Week 14 loss by the Raiders down in Florida to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 28-13 to turn their record into 2-11. But first, let's take care of some business. Please share, subscribe, and comment on the YouTube page on the episode. Also, on the audio portion, please download and share the show over there on that side. Please download the audio portion. And shout out to the people in Helsinki, Finland that rock with the Raider Ragu show. Hey, welcome aboard in Finland. We appreciate you guys. So also one more thing, our sponsor, shebang.com, shebangboutique.com, SHEE bangboutique.com. Go to the website, get yourself something fly for your girl, man. You get a discount when you say you came from the Raider Ragu show. All right, thank you. Now, this game started off just like I said. The game plan that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were deploying was exactly what I said. They were running the crap out of the football and trying to get the ball to Mike Evans initially. It seems as though the Raiders defense didn't wake up until the second quarter. And we know the different time zones, right? It was a 1 p.m. game Eastern, so that's 10 a.m. Pacific. Not sure how they handled it as far as the fly-in and all that this time with how AP did it. But the defense they looked like they were sleepwalking in the first quarter. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense was just running all over them. And it was nothing fancy, just blocking them up, and Rachaad White was gashing the Raiders defense. So just like that, it was 14-0 before you knew it. They jumped right on us. Now, the Raiders went 3 and out, and then A.J. Cole shanked the punt, made it a short field, and then they drove right back down. It was like 3 plays, and they were in the red zone. 2 plays later, they were in the end zone. So 5 plays later, 14-0. All right, so it was just like that. They drove a little bit of a drive on the first one. It was real easy because they were gashing, long run plays, 3 and out, shank punt. So even AJ wasn't really woke yet. So 1 drive, 3 and out, shank punt, 5 plays, 14-0 lead on the road, deficit on the road. That's what the Raiders faced. All right. So offensively for the Raiders, went exactly like I said. If you guys watched any of my videos, he started McCormick. McCormick did well. He said 15 rushes for 78 yards for McCormick, 5.2 yard average. Didn't get in the end zone because they kept running quarterback sneaks when they got down there. They so don't trust the O-line that they got to run QB sneak, which is crazy to me. They run a QB sneak on 3rd and 2 in the middle of the field. Crazy. It just shows a little bit of distrust for the O-line. But I feel like you need to put Bowers or Bayer in the backfield and have them lead block, man, and run plays. And you just got to do it. Allow people do it to us. Pause. Speaking of Mayer, man, I feel like Mayer is a bit overrated, and he's not going to last in this league if he keeps taking shots like that. He needs to stay on the ground, first of all, stop trying to jump over people. And then on the other catches, he seems like he takes a lot of big shots, man. Bowers, you don't get hits on Bowers like that. You know what I mean? He delivers the blow, or he's sliding off, sliding out of bounds, or stiff arming, doing something like that. But Mayer, he's just out there getting blasted. Dudes are just taking shots at him. He's not going to last in the league getting hit like that. Stop jumping over guys. Here's whatever you're thinking in that. Stay on the ground and block better as well. Blocking has left a lot to be desired. So I'm not trying to get on you too tough, Pauls, but you haven't been the guy. I'm just saying. I got a little bit off track. All right, so started McCormick. McCormick did well. Shout out to Jacoby Myers as well. Jacoby was there for us. Brock Bowers had some catches. Aiden, down 14-10, 3rd quarter, with a nice drive down there, man. You threw an atrocious interception, which I hope that silences all of the we should just go with Aiden and not draft a quarterback talk. So and it reminded me of what I had just heard about Aiden from a guy who covered him in college. And it was on Q Myers' show. Shout out to Q on the Locked On show. I forget the dude's name, but he covered Aiden in college. Coming out of college, had him as inconsistent and a backup in the league. That's what he is, man. He's inconsistent, bro. He'll give you that one flash game last week, have us gassed, and then come lay a stinker like this. And I know he got hurt yesterday, and that should have been roughing when Aiden got hurt. The dude took 3 steps. Aiden threw the ball, just 1, 2, 3, push. Whatever, how he hurt his knee. Yeah, I know that was kind of a freak thing or fluke thing, but still, it should have been roughing on that. But the Raiders never get those kind of calls. Anyway, though, right? Aiden went back to himself, threw the pick right when we didn't need a pick. Even if we could have just got the game to within 1 right there, it would have been better than throwing an interception. I feel like we went away from McCormick in the red zone, and I saw what was happening, but maybe we could have loosened up the defense by doing some side to side like a reverse or a jet sweep. We never ran anything like that. And Scott Turner, he has ran a little jet action with Bowers, but I feel like he needs to do that with like a Tucker or even a McCormick or somebody a little bit faster, and then get that lead blocker situation going, man. I really think we went away from McCormick in the red zone, and that's why we didn't really score. I don't know what's up with the QB sneaks, but going forward, I don't know if we're going to be trying to do that. We're going to be with Desmond Ridder, looks like, for the rest of the year. From what I'm hearing, Aiden's knee is season ending. It's done. They put him in the air cast when he got taken off the field yesterday. So Aiden is probably done for the year. Looks like Ridder now for the rest of these. What are the Raiders? 2-11. That's 13 games. So they got 4 more games. So we really didn't get beat by Mike Evans. The Raiders defense, let me say this about the Raiders defense. They were, remember I said they were asleep in the first quarter. But from the halfway mark of the second quarter all the way until about 5 minutes into the fourth when Mike Evans made that one play where he caught it and then jumped over the guy for like a 25, 30-yard play. The Raiders defense was shutting them down, man. All Tampa Bay did was they had 4 possessions that they punted on. That's all. The Raiders defense really locked in. That's what gave the opportunity to the offense to come back in that game. So they did their thing. But by this time, the Raiders have Ridder in, right? But to Ridder's credit, when Tampa Bay scored and went up 21-10, I think it was, he came right back and drove us down the field. We just couldn't punch it in, man. That's where we suffered at, in the red zone. And with him as a new quarterback, I know that made it even tougher for the Turners to call plays down there. But we had to settle for 3. We got 13, and then they scored and put the game out of reach. But the bright spots were the defense. They also got some turnovers. Let me not mention that. And some sacks. Let me not forget to mention that. 4 sacks. They turned the the Buccaneers over twice. Mayfield fumbled twice, but they only recovered once. So they got a fumble. They got a great pick by Chase On. So shout out to him, man. He looked good. He's looking good as a player. Looks like somebody that we should keep. The Raiders should keep. And the defense, really, it looks like besides Rachaad White, man, he kind of handled everybody else. And McMillan. Rachaad White and McMillan killed us, basically, right? And we was thinking Bucky Irving and Mike Evans. Bucky Irving, something happened. He had a knee or something and didn't really play a lot. But Rachaad White handled all that. He ran for 152 yards on us. And then Baker passed for 268. So they put up 420 yards on the Raiders. And besides that, the Raiders still had chances to win this ball game. It's just ALC had that terrible pick, and that really sort of sealed it because I believe after that is when Mike Evans made that play after we punted to them. So it was a big momentum changer. Just a terrible turnover, man. something we can't have. And I hope all you let's just rock with Aiden people, and Aiden was better than Minshew and all this. All you people, man, you sat. You see what he did when the game was on the line. He threw a terrible pick, man. He threw it right to the dude. Bowers wasn't even open. You got to throw that thing away in field goal range right there. Just like the guy said, he's inconsistent. And here's my worst thing, my worst nightmare when he's playing quarterback. When Aiden starts running backwards to the right, he's running back. Man, nothing ever. He has never done anything good doing that. And he does it quite often. So yeah, I've seen enough of Aiden, and I hope he's okay. But enough with the Aiden to be our starting quarterback. Enough with all that, man. We got to draft a QB. Period. And now we find ourselves 4 games away from the end of the season with the worst record in the league. So at this point, it is really no reason to turn it on and start winning games. And now we're about to have Desmond Ridder and whoever else we can put in there to see who's going to stick around for next year. Because in a few weeks, we're going to do who we think's going to be out of here episode. And I'm going to go out on a limb right now and say I don't think Cam Richardson's the guy. 4th-round pick, you could say they reached. You could say it's not a reach. It's a 4th-round pick that didn't work out. All 4th-rounders don't work out. We got Ja'Cory and Bennett in the 4th round. He was much better corner in his first year coming out of Maryland than Cam coming out of the Southeast for, I guess, Mississippi State, I guess it was. Or he just doesn't get close enough to the guys. He hasn't made a play since he's been on the field. Like I see, you're a rookie, you're going to have some growing pains. But most rookies flash and make a play in once a game. All he does is just get beat all game. Pause. That's it, man. Who he's covering. The other quarterback looks at it as like taking candy from a baby. His next play that he makes on the ball, either a PBU, interception, or even just a nice tackle, will be his first play. He hasn't made any plays since he's been on the field. Looks like a one draft pick that did not work out. After they got the first 3 right, get 4 and 5 rounds of picks right where the guys are going to play immediately. But he needs a lot of work if he's going to be a player in the NFL. He's got to get closer to the wide receivers, man, and stop being scared. Let's see I guess I covered everything, man. Right now, I'm not feeling Cam and Michael Mayer. I'm just saying. So stay tuned. Hopefully I could get back with Isaiah when we do the preview for next week, because we stay in the course, man. Not just because I'm saying we're not just going to do shows because we thought the Raiders was going to be good. We're doing shows because this is what we do, man. We're the Raider Ragu channel, Raider Ragu podcast. I'm here for you guys, man. We're going to do this. 2-11. Oh, well, man. We're about to get that quarterback that we've been needing for decades, right? Decades. Ever since Richie Gannon left. That was 2 decades ago. We're about to get the QB. We got to stay the course. Don't endorse tanking, but at this point, we only got 4 more games. We're out of any type of contention for anything. We might as well get the quarterback, play some young guys, but keep playing hard. Pause. That's all I got for you. I'm not going to hold you. We'll do some other stuff later in the week as far as the preview show and some other things we got to say. Also, stay tuned for another show from me and Marv and possibly EJ Flex sighting, my guy. So, yeah, stay tuned. Just win, baby, and peace.